Have you ever looked at your bank account after a grocery run and just thought, where did all my money go? You're not alone. It feels like every year just getting by in America gets more and more expensive. But why? Is it just inflation, or is there something deeper going on? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the big three: housing, healthcare, and education. These aren't just wants, they're needs. And their costs have skyrocketed over the past few decades, far outpacing wage growth. Take housing, for example. For millions, the dream of homeownership feels more like a fantasy. In the early 2000s, you might have been looking at a median price of around $170,000. Fast forward to today, and that number is well over $400,000. That's more than double. And it's not just buying a home that's tough. Rents have been climbing steadily too, especially in major cities. A significant portion of the average person's income, sometimes 30, 40, or even 50%, is just going towards keeping a roof over their head. This leaves very little room for savings, investing, or even just enjoying life. When so much of your paycheck is committed before you even see it, it's no wonder you feel squeezed. Next up, healthcare. America has some of the best medical technology in the world, but it comes at a cost, a very, very high cost. Unlike many other developed countries with universal healthcare systems, the U.S. relies on a complex, often confusing, employer-based insurance model. If you're lucky, your job provides a decent plan, but even then, you're still dealing with premiums, deductibles, and copays that can add up to thousands of dollars a year. And if you lose your job, you could be facing astronomical costs for insurance on the open market, or risk going without it altogether. This financial uncertainty surrounding our health is a massive source of stress, and a huge reason why so many feel financially insecure. And then there's education. A college degree is often seen as the ticket to a better life and higher earnings. But the price of that ticket has become astronomical. Tuition at both public and private universities has been on a steep upward trend for years. Students are graduating with tens of thousands, sometimes even hundreds of thousands of dollars in student loan debt. This debt follows them for decades, impacting their ability to buy a home, start a family, or save for retirement. It's like starting a marathon with a heavy backpack on. You're already behind before you've even really begun your professional life. The system that's supposed to create opportunity is now, for many, creating a cycle of debt. But it's not just the big three. The cost of everyday items is also a major factor. Think about your daily expenses: food, gas, utilities. While inflation is a natural part of any economy, recent years have seen some sharp increases. Supply chain issues, global events, and corporate pricing strategies have all played a part. When you go to the grocery store, you can see it firsthand. The price of eggs, milk, meat, staples for many families, has noticeably increased. A cart full of groceries that used to cost $100 might now be $130 or more. These small, daily increases add up over a month and eat into your budget in a significant way. The same goes for transportation. For most Americans, a car is a necessity, not a luxury. You need it to get to work, to take your kids to school, to buy groceries. But the cost of owning a car has also gone up. Gas prices are notoriously volatile, and recent spikes have hit everyone's wallet. Add to that the rising costs of car insurance, maintenance, and the price of new and used cars themselves. It's another major, unavoidable expense that just keeps getting bigger. So, we've got wages that aren't keeping up, and the cost of everything else soaring. What's the deal with wages? While the nominal value of our paychecks might go up, what really matters is our real wage, what our money can actually buy. And for many people, real wages have been stagnant for decades. This means that even if you get a raise, it might not be enough to cover the rising costs of housing, healthcare, and everything else. You're running faster and faster on the treadmill but not actually getting anywhere. This disparity between wage growth and the cost of living is the core of the problem. Another piece of the puzzle is the decline of certain financial safety nets. Pensions, which provided a guaranteed retirement income for previous generations, are now incredibly rare in the private sector. The responsibility for retirement savings has shifted almost entirely onto the individual through plans like 401ks. This requires financial literacy, discipline, and most importantly, having enough extra income to save in the first place. Something that's increasingly difficult when you're just trying to cover monthly bills. And what about childcare? For parents with young children, this is a massive expense, often rivaling the cost of a mortgage or a college education. The lack of affordable, high-quality childcare forces many parents, often mothers, to make difficult choices. They might have to leave the workforce, reducing their family's income and their own long-term earning potential. It's another huge financial burden that simply didn't exist to this degree for past generations. When you put all of these pieces together, stagnant wages, skyrocketing costs for essentials like housing, healthcare, and education, plus the rising price of everyday goods and the erosion of financial safety nets, it paints a clear picture. It's not just in your head. Living in America has become incredibly expensive. It's a complex issue with no easy solutions, involving economic policy, corporate behavior, and societal priorities. But understanding the why is the first step. It helps us see that this is a shared struggle, not a personal failing. It's a systemic problem that affects millions of hardworking people. The conversation about what we can do to fix it is a crucial one, whether it's advocating for policy changes, supporting community initiatives, or finding new ways to build financial resilience. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content that breaks down the big issues affecting our lives. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. How has the rising cost of living impacted you? Let's keep this important conversation going. See you in the next one.